Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
It's been a long time.
Been a long time. Nice to have you here.
12 years or something.
12
Yeah.
years? Well, what happened?
I don't know. I was like 10 years old.
Check your email, for heaven's sakes. I saw this movie, and it's very funny. It must have been crazy making it. I have a question. There's a scene in the zoo, it's the San Diego Zoo, where you're in the bear pit.
Yeah.
Now, are those actual bears, or are they computer-generated animated bears?
They are actual bears. They're 12-foot Kodiak bears.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had to work with these bears that, of course, they were telling me the whole time that they were absolutely safe and everything was okay. And it actually ended up being a very scary, awful day for me that day.
Yeah, well, it actually it looks very scary in the film.
Well, they have on the call sheets that, you can't wear perfume, you can't eat around the bears or anything like that. So you know that this is serious business.
The bears don't like perfume, and obviously...
For some reason, they don't like perfume, or they do like... I don't know what the deal is, but regardless, I wasn't going to wear it that day. And they had told me that on the farm, well, it's all right because they have electrical wire and they're trained and they don't like the electrical surges. And I said, well, you're going to have the electrical wire today.
Right.
And they're like, well, no, it's just string, but they think it's electrical, so you're going to be just fine. I went, all right. So I'm standing in this pit with 4 Kodiak bears, and I'm supposed to be screaming up for help, and they told me, well, don't make any loud noises because they don't like loud noises either. I'm like, these are really finicky bears.
That's right.
They don't seem to like anything at all. So, so I started whispering. I was going, help, help. And I could see that the one bear next to me was a bit fidgety. Wasn't really listening to the trainers. They kept saying, put your head down. And the next thing I know, he charges me.
Well, great.
Well,
what do you do? What are you left to do at that point?
I ran with my pants on fire. I ran so fast, and I kept thinking, you're not supposed to run, right?
Right.
You're supposed to lay down and tuck and roll or play dead or something. And this whole dialogue's going on in my head, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to try it out now.
No.
I'm not going to well, should I lay down and get mauled by the bear?
Well, now this is deadly serious, even though these are, I guess, show business bears. This doesn't sound good.
They're wild animals.
Right.
That's what I kept trying to tell everyone all day, was that they're still bears, people.
Absolutely.
They're not, actors.
And
they're not trained at the studio.
We have some of this on. Is this left in the film, or is this an outtake we're going to see?
We have footage of the bear attack.
Footage of you being chased by this bear.
Yes,
All right, let's
we
take
do.
A look. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Okay. Well, there's me, whispering. Help! There's the big guy. See how he's not putting his head down. He's kind of looking at me. He's a little pissed off. He doesn't like the waving.
Yeah.
He's not into the waving. He's there, and he goes. Oh. And he goes.
Oh my God.
And there's the slow-mo version of it, and there we go. And there's me running with the bear.
Oh my God.
It's funny because, I signed up for a Will Ferrell comedy. Had no idea it was a bear mauling.
And that in fact was Will Ferrell running in there to save your life. God bless him. He's a wonderful human being, isn't he?
Yes.
But now, Kodiak bear, is that the same as a grizzly bear?
It's a bear. It's.
But those things are enormous.
They're enormous, and they're dangerous, and they have huge teeth. And,
I have a Toyota that's not that big. But thank God you're all right. And then you live to serve jury duty? Or have I got the chronology of this right, or is that another story?
And then she lives for jury duty. It was my time. My time had basically come up. It was this year. This was after. No, I hadn't. I hadn't served before because I was working and whatnot. But this was shortly after the bear attack, so I was having a good 2004. And so I went down to the jury pool and did my duty and was sitting there in this huge room of 200 people. And at one point, the judge came in and she said, ladies and gentlemen, we have this very important case, and it's going to be about 4 to 6 months. And this gentleman here is going to be our defendant, and it was Robert Blake.
Oh my God.
And he was sitting in the jury pool room with us. I mean, like they were dangling him in front of us, like, don't you want to come serve on this jury?
Wow.
And so they said, could we have a show of hands of how many people would, volunteer their time to be on this jury? And out of 200, I think it was like 3 guys. And that was...
That's about right, though, isn't it?
It's kind of about. It was like 3 like, drunk guys. Like, they thought they were going to party with Robert Blake, but it wasn't.
No.
So then, of course, they were upset, and they made us all fill out these forms as to why we couldn't serve on this jury. And I know I was thinking, well, I can't put like I don't have any money and I'm not working. I can't do that because they'll know I'm fibbing a little bit. So I put what I was supposed to say. I'm working, and it would be kind of ridiculous to be the sideshow of this huge.
Sure.
Not that I wouldn't want to, do my American duty and serve on a jury, but not Robert Blake's jury.
No. Nothing that messy.
Nothing that messy. No, thank you. And then they didn't like my excuses, so they made me go and talk to the judge, and the judge is like, that's not an excuse.
Oh.
You're coming back. I was like, okay, this is just getting worse.
Yes.
My whole year is getting worse. So I had to come back a few days later and fill out about this 20-page questionnaire, and at this point I'm a little upset.
Sure.
So I made sure that I, voiced my opinion in there that, do you think that Robert Blake is guilty? And I was like, as sin. Is there... Yeah. Is there anything we could say to sway your opinion? Absolutely not. Who are the 3 people that you least admire? I don't know, Hitler, Mussolini, Robert Blake. I mean, like, anything. I was like, I do not want to come back. Yeah. But
whatever happened? Did that thing ever go to trial or no?
No, well, luckily, the week later, he fired all of his lawyers, so anyone who was in the jury pool was dismissed.
Is that right? So the process has to begin all over again?
All over again.
Oh, that's strange.
I did my duty. I don't have to go back.
Good for you. God bless you.
Well, thank you, Dave.
As another fellow American, we appreciate your
Yes.
we want to show a
Sorry,
clip of
Robert.
the film, which opens July 9th. Do you know the scene we're going to see?
I think we're bantering in a funny...
this is at the end of the newscast?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
There's some bantering
All right,
going
this will
on.
be good. Anchorman, Christina Applegate and Will Ferrell. Take a look. There you go. It's the Anchorman. I bet it was a lot of fun, though, huh?
It was
Other
amazing.
than the Bears.
It was amazing. Other than the Bears, Will Ferrell, I know you got to talk to him,
Yeah.
and he's just...
Very entertaining
he's
man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just
Pleasure to have you back.
Thank
I hope
you,
it's not
Dave.
another 12 years.
I know, I hope not
Please
either.
come back again. Christina Applegate, everybody. We'll be right back with David Sedaris.